The first question, this is the third time I've had the chance to ask you questions, actually a couple of Tyler's private sessions. But the first time I said, it's great to meet you. And you said something like, actually, we might have encountered each other before. And I didn't get to follow up on that, but I'm really curious what you meant by that.
There are a few different meanings that we're implying through what we have shared. The idea is all interactions with us that you experience through channeling like this are the result of underlying energetic relationships and experiences that have been had by those whom are engaging with us through the channeling on other levels. So for many of you, this represents astral encounters, either through meditation or through your dreaming states. For some individuals, it represents me knowing what you might call their future selves, whom have existences within my civilization. In addition to this, my species is not bound by space or time. We understand that both are properties that exist within our consciousness, and through understanding the nature of consciousness, these types of things can be manipulated or can be bended in different ways. So we have at times interacted with what you might call some of your past lives or past selves through the idea of our species being able to project our consciousness into different frequencies of space and time that you would call past self or past life realities. So generally speaking, whenever we share with people we have interacted before, we are normally referring to one of these three major means of interacting. Now, for yourself personally, if you would like this, we are able to share this.
Yes, yeah, please.
You have a particular, what we call oversoul connection. And the oversoul connection represents in many ways a high frequency nodal point of consciousness that expands, you could say, outwardly into different realities, expressing as different incarnations. And you yourself have a particular future lifetime that exists within my culture, within my civilization. So this is one of the ways that we are able to recognize your frequency. In addition to this, we have had interactions with you on the astral, more so in dream states.
Cool. So this future version of myself, is that someone you know? Is that like a friend of yours? What? Can you describe that?
Part we will be brief on because there's a bit to unpack there. However, we have interacted in that way directly. We are all friends. We are all family within my civilization. So yes to that. However, there has been direct interactions between myself and what you would call your future counterpart.
Cool. Does that future counterpart have a name?
There are vibrational terms that you can utilize as a means of contacting this particular being. It would translate as the closest representation that you would understand as a name, but it's not actually the being's name. It's, in a sense, just a tonal frequency used to summon forth this being's signature frequency. So it would translate to many of you as a name, but we do not utilize names in the same way. If we were to actually utilize names, they would be very fluid because we are always changing, we are always evolving. Therefore, different names at different times would more accurately represent us than perhaps names that are hardwired, such as what many of you create within your physical reality experience through the names that you are given at birth. The term that you can use that can invoke this being is the following: Masha. If you were to spell that out, it would be something like M-A-S-H-A, Masha.
Okay, cool. And that's tonal frequency Is that like a phone number, like a way, like a contact point?
Exactly. Yes. Yes. It's a term that's used to represent this counterpart's signature frequency. So it's the closest thing you have to a name. And it also does function like a phone number.
Cool. That's exciting.